Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Herman Melville. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Colin R. Davis. Success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. Henry David Thoreau. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Dale Carnegie. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. The slogan, "Press on," has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race. Calvin Coolidge. There are 3 ways to ultimate success. The first way is to be kind, the second way is to be kind, the third way is to be kind. Mr. Rogers. Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of self-satisfaction in knowing you made the effort to become the best of which you are capable. John Wooden. I never dreamed about success, I worked for it. Estee Lauder. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. W. P. Kinsella. It is remarkable how much long-term advantage people like us have gotten by trying to be consistently not stupid instead of trying to be very intelligent. Charlie Munger. You can't be that kid standing at the top of the water slide overthinking it. You have to go down the chute. Tina Fey. When I believe in something, I'm like a dog with a bone. Melissa McCarthy. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. Anais Nin. The standard you walk past is the standard you accept. David Hurley. I've searched all the parks in all the cities and found no statues of committees. Gilbert K. Chesterton. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. Winston Churchill. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. Theodore Roosevelt. Do not stop thinking of life as an adventure. You have no security unless you can live bravely, excitingly, imaginatively, unless you can choose a challenge instead of competence. Eleanor Roosevelt. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. Vince Lombardi. Get a good idea and stay with it. Dog it and work at it until it's done right. Walt Disney. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Helen Keller. The pessimist sees difficulty in every opportunity. The optimist sees opportunity in every difficulty. Winston Churchill. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Will Rogers. You learn more from failure than from success. Don't let it stop you. Failure builds character. If you are working on something that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Steve Jobs. Experience is a hard teacher because she gives the test first, the lesson afterward. Vernon Sanders Law. To know how much there is to know is the beginning of learning to live. Dorothy West. Goal setting is the secret to a compelling future. Tony Robbins. We must be willing to get rid of the life we've planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Joseph Campbell. Concentrate all your thoughts upon the work in hand. The sun's rays do not burn until brought to a focus. Alexander Graham Bell. Either you run the day or the day runs you. Jim Rohn. I'm a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it. Thomas Jefferson. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. Paulo Coelho. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. Thomas Edison. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible. Tony Robbins. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As with all matters of the heart, you'll know when you find it. Steve Jobs. Women challenge the status quo because we are never it. Cindy Gallup. We don't just sit around and wait for other people, we just make and we do. Arlen Hamilton. Think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. Oprah Winfrey. The strongest actions for a woman is to love herself, be herself, and shine amongst those who never believed she could. Whenever you see a successful woman, look out for 3 men who are going out of their way to try to block her. Yulia Tymoshenko. Some women choose to follow men, and some choose to follow their dreams. If you're wondering which way to go, remember that your career will never wake up and tell you that it doesn't love you anymore. Lady Gaga. The thing women have yet to learn is nobody gives you power, you just take it. Roseanne Barr. If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. Shirley Chisholm. I raise up my voice, not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back. Malala Yousafzai. When a woman becomes her own best friend, life is easier. Diane von Furstenberg. If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. Margaret Thatcher. We need women at all levels, including the top, to change the dynamic, reshape the conversation, to make sure women's voices are heard and heeded, not overlooked and ignored. Sheryl Sandberg. It took me quite a long time to develop a voice, and now that I have it, I am not going to be silent. Madeleine Albright. Women must learn to play the game as men do. Eleanor Roosevelt. I swear by my life and my love of it, that I will never live for the sake of another man, nor ask another man to live for mine. Ayn Rand. He who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. Confucius. Try not to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. Albert Einstein. One man with courage makes a majority. Andrew Jackson. One secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. Benjamin Disraeli. A man who has committed a mistake and doesn't correct it is committing another mistake. Confucius Kongzi. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. Dale Carnegie. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him. David Brinkley. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he is not, but rejoices for those which he has. Epictetus. You've got to get up every morning with determination if you're going to go to bed with satisfaction. George Lorimer. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. Amelia Earhart. You'll find that education is just about the only thing lying around loose in this world. And it's about the only thing a fellow can have as much of as he's willing to haul away. John Graham. Take the attitude of a student. Never be too big to ask questions, never know too much to learn something new. Augustine Ogmundino. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact. Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again. Steve Jobs. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Albert Einstein. What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say. Ralph Waldo Emerson. I have never let my schooling interfere with my education. Mark Twain. If you can't yet do great things, do small things in a great way. Napoleon Hill. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. Jim Rohn. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Abraham Lincoln. Live out of your imagination, not your history. Stephen Covey. Do not wait for the perfect time and place to enter, for you are already on stage. Unknown. The greater the difficulty, the more the glory in surmounting it. Epicurus. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is a quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. Marianne Radmacher. If the decisions you make about where you invest your blood, sweat, and tears are not consistent with the person you aspire to be, you'll never become that person. Clayton M. Christensen. The greatest discovery of my generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitudes. William James. One of the differences between some successful and unsuccessful people is that one group is full of doers, while the other is full of wishers. Edmund Mbiaka. I'd rather regret the things I've done than regret the things I haven't done. Lucille Ball. You cannot plow a field by turning it over in your mind. To begin, begin. Gordon B. Hinckley. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. Marcus Aurelius. Mondays offer new beginnings 52 times a year. David Dweck. Be miserable, or motivate yourself. Whatever has to be done, it's always your choice. Wayne Dyer. Your Monday morning thoughts set the tone for your whole week. See yourself getting stronger and living a fulfilling, happier, and healthier life. Germany Kent. Friday sees more smiles than any other day of the work week. Kate Summers. Oh, it's Friday again. Share the love that was missing during the week, in a worthy moment of peace and bliss. S.O. Sade. Every Friday I like to high-five myself for getting through another week on little more than caffeine, willpower, and inappropriate humor. Nanea Hoffman. Make a Friday a day to celebrate work well done that you can be proud of, knowing that you just didn't put in time to the next paycheck. Byron Pulsifer. When you leave work on Friday, leave work. Don't let technology follow you throughout your weekend, answering text messages and emails. Take a break. You will be more refreshed to begin the work week if you have had a break. Catherine Pulsifer. You can get everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. Zig Ziglar. Inspiration does exist, but it must find you working. Pablo Picasso. Don't settle for average. Bring your best to the moment, then whether it fails or succeeds, at least you know you gave all you had. Angela Bassett. Show up, show up, show up, and after a while the muse shows up too. Isabel Allende. Don't bunt, aim out of the ballpark, aim for the company of immortals. David Ogilvy. I have stood on a mountain of no's for one yes. Barbara Elaine Smith.